For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels postgame show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The Golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight up hustle. We see you. But if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments are front and center, and yeah, we read all of them. Wanna let loose? Call in and sound off live. No scripts, no suits, no spin. This is raw, this is real, this is where the fans take over. This is the HITI postgame show with Todd Fox. For the fans, by the fans.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome into the post-game show. Halos in the infield. I'm your host, Todd Fox, on a fantastic Tuesday. Yes, 2 for Tuesday. Man, oh man, did that come up big later in the game, and we'll talk about that as the Angels win, baby. 2 up, 2 down, and we go for the sweep tomorrow. I know we've missed on the last few sweeps, and we got to nail it down. And I know that there's going to be an issue because they're going to say Jansen can't go and Detmers can't go. And we're going to see what happens with Neto and all these things. But we'll worry about that tomorrow because we got a lot to cover on tonight's show, as it's 10:30. And why am I on right now? Well, it takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to get home from the stadium, number one. And there was extra fans there tonight, a little more traffic. And number two, we are by the fans, for the fans, by the fans. We're in the stands. I met a lot more fans today at the game because you guys come down to 260 and you say hi to me because I'm there with all of our other fans. And we're getting pumped up as we see the home runs, the big plays, the disappointments, everything. And we cheer and jeer together. What a great atmosphere tonight at the Big A. Good game. And also, we're on after the kitty show is over. That whole locked on yummy tasting nut thing is over. I listened to a little bit of his show. And, snooze fest. A lot of fans were telling me about that too. But, man, oh, man, what a game tonight. Simo gets it going. And, again, if you did not know that this guy, who he is, what's he about, you didn't see when he played with Tennessee and how he was the Zach Neto of that team with the eye black and the big bravado, the attitude, the big personality, the charisma, the five-tool type player in waiting. If you didn't know who he was then, you're getting to know him now because this is the kind of guy he is. When he's going with a tongue out at third base, that's something different in it. And then there's something different about him. And you know what? Different is good because we've had a lot of cookie-cutter players here from other teams that were overrated, done, and now we're getting a young core that's exciting that we can get behind, and it's really fun. And tonight was a lot of fun out there. I love that the Angels won tonight. And again, you had JFQK over there on TikTok saying, keep the unemployed fan base team's name out of here, and that is the Doyers. And that fan base did show up tonight for some godly unknown reason. Only for a few innings. There's a few of them walking around thinking they're hot stuff. They're only there for your attention. They want you to be like, Dodgers, and then say something and so they can mouth off and brag, right? But when you ignore them, it's the best. They get so annoyed and they leave the games early. It's amazing. So with that being said, man, oh man, what a game tonight. There's only one thing I could play when the Angels win, and that's Stukas, baby! Even though I love that right there, Sir says over there on TikTok, bringing that tongue with that energy is iconic. The Angels win 3-2. They pull within a game of 500. The big question will be, Can the Angels get to 500 and stay above it? We have Washington coming in, not a great team, but you got to take care of business tomorrow. And tomorrow there's going to be some limitations on who we're going to play, who's going to play, and what's going to happen with Neto. I'm still waiting for my breaking news man to let me know exactly what's going on, if they're going to have an answer for us tonight, as it was a little scary for Zach Neto. And I'm hoping for the best. I'm sure all of you out there are hoping for the best as well. But, man, what a game tonight, which featured two lefties. And you had Crochet versus Tyler Anderson. And we went over the other night Tyler Anderson's struggles. And this was going to be a tough game for the Angels to get through tonight because, again, Tyler Anderson up against Crochet. Crochet leading the league at the time before tonight's game with 125 strikeouts. He's your top guy. He throws nasty stuff plus that fastball. It's going to be a tough time. And then you figure, the league's best starting pitcher with strikeouts versus the league's worst team in most strikeouts. Either something's got to give or homeboy's going to have 27 strikeouts like somebody recommended last night. So with that being said, this game got off to a typical start, which you were hoping Anderson could just keep the ball down, keep the Angels within striking distance, and he did. The problem is with Anderson tonight, which my gripe has been the last 4 or 5 starts, is that he has just thrown too many pitches. He's gotten into way too many deep counts on a lot of batters, and he's, walked a few guys than he normally has before, and he's just flirted around too much. Guys are fouling balls off. They're having elongated at bats, and that's a bad sign. So with that being said, he's not getting those swings and misses. He's not getting the easy outs. He's not getting the strikeouts. And unfortunately, he threw about almost 90 pitches before they took him out in the 4th inning. Or actually, he was at 82 pitches and only 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. But I will say this, before I get any further into the game, I will say this. And there is no update yet on on Neto. So I'll let you know as soon as my guy lets us know during this post game. But here's the thing. When it comes to the Angels, since Ron Washington has had to step down, be pushed aside, whatever you want to say, health concerns, do you guys and gals notice a difference with the Angels? There has been a few changes that have gotten me and my eyebrow raised, which is they're starting to steal bases. You've had a few bunt attempts. The pitching has been used a slightly different. He had a quick hook with Anderson. Now, could have Anderson finished the 5 innings? Could he have possibly gone out for a 6th inning? Yes. But Montgomery and staff decided no. He's not fooling anybody. Let's take him out before further damage happens. And you know what? After the run, let's go through the scoring plays because there are not many. Eaton would hit a sacrifice fly to right field. Mayer scored because Mayer had that triple, and it was 1-0. And it stayed 1-0 for 8 innings. And then Christian Moore, the famous Tennessee Volunteer, came up to bat. And again, when Crochet was gone, you had a Wissert come in, and he served up a fastball, and Moore was all over it. And he hit it pretty much to the Trout Farm or over the Trout Farm, in between us and the Trout Farm. So we were right there. We saw the trajectory of that ball. Everybody in our section knew it was gone, and it was great. We were just going crazy, high-fiving everybody. It's 1-1. He came through with a big-ass home run. And then you got into the bullpen where you're like, okay, Angels had given you Brogdon, Strickland, and Bachman. They had done a good job only allowing 1 hit in 3 innings. Kenley Jansen made it a little interesting as they got the runner on, and he was trying to hold it in the 9th inning. And with a ghost, actually got a runner on, 2 men on. They were able to make a play to get out of the inning, and that was solid because, again, Detmers would have to come in the 10th inning, and Detmers quickly put on or gave up a single to the base runner. I was Mayer. Mayer singled Rafasa. I want to call him Mufasa. I can't even say Rafaelia or whatever. Anyway, that dude with the R, he scored, and it was 2-1 at that point. I thought the key play in the 10th inning was Reid Detmers inducing the double play because Abreu would single, and with Abreu's speed, I was thinking if they had gotten that runner to second base, then you would have had a scoring opportunity again for the Red Sox. You don't want to give up 2 runs if you're the home team. 1 run is ideal to at least play for the tie. And then the bottom of the 10th inning, I was telling Jim and Steve Elise that were next to me, I said, you know what? They can't waste this out. They've gone through the bench and they've saved Shonowell. I hope Shonowell leads off the inning, right, with a ghost runner at second. No, they chose to go with Wade. And I'm thinking, okay, well, we have to play for the tie. Let's bunt. And they decide, no, let's not bunt. And Wade strikes out against the lefty. So I'm like, great. They did not play the percentages and they got burned. So, okay, fine. 1 out. It's up to Moore. And then Moore fell behind. I'm like, crap, dude. I wasn't expecting a home run. But when he came up there and he hit that one from our vantage point in left field, I already knew it went off the scoreboard. A lot of the fans didn't know it. And so they were cheering him, trying to get him to third base. And when he did the whole tongue thing, they were figuring it was a triple. I was like this the whole time, like, dude, replay if you're not going to call it. And thankfully, even the third base umpire was like, no, that's gone, baby. Go home, walk home, baby. This thing's over. And a walk-off home run at the Big A was completed, and it was the Christian Moore show tonight. 2 more for Moore, and that was awesome. Let's see. Dan checks in with said his shoulder was feeling sore, and he's going to have an MRI lined up for tomorrow. And see, that's not good with the MRI stuff. When they get into the MRIs, that's not good. So we hopefully nothing happens right here because oh man, I really hope that they can that there's nothing wrong with Neto, because what we want to see as Angel fans is Neto and Moore at full strength, playing up the middle and playing badass baseball like we know they can. Sammy says, you really anger me because I want to watch you and I love the Angels just like you. Oh, that's awesome. I really appreciate that right there. And you know what? And this is awesome. If you want to get a better view, check us out over on YouTube. But I really appreciate it. And yes, when he made that error, there was something right there. Derek saw it too. We all saw it in the stands. And we hope it's nothing. We hope, he's been hit. I mean, he's taken a lot of injuries or a lot of hits. So I'm hoping that this is nothing burger, or I'm hoping that maybe it's just, like shoulders, because he did go into second base really hard. Maybe it's just a stiffness. Maybe he's got some sort of like swell. I don't know. Maybe if it's just day to day, I'm good with that. I'm even good with a 10-day IL, but I don't want to see this guy on a prolonged thing. So, Canero's telling us to calm down. Neto's good. Stop tripping. Well, you know what, Canero? If you know the inside, I'm with you. I'm hoping for the best. I just don't want to lose out on this guy because he is something else. I love Neto. Neto and freaking Moore should be the infield for some time, along with Shonowell, unless they move him to right field. Now, with that being said, that's how the Angels won 3-2. They managed to have 11 walks last night, 3 walks tonight. Again, this team wasn't even averaging 1 walk. All of a sudden, Montgomery's got this team practicing patience up there, sometimes to a detriment. They've struck out a few times being too patient, but more often than not, the games that he's managed, this team has been patient enough to where they are like, okay, things are working. We're getting guys on base, and that's what we wanted. Solo homers are great. Well, that's fine. But I want men on base to make it a 2-run homer, 3-run homer, or I want doubles off the wall, and I want to see the runners going around. I want to see action. I want to see pressure on the opponent. I think we're starting to see that a little bit. Maybe I'm honking my honk a little early, but, dude, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this team. You had, again, great pitching tonight, really good pitching tonight outside of Anderson. The bullpen really came through tonight. And the funniest thing I heard tonight, leaving the stands from the stadium tonight, was Boston Red Sox fans going the opposite way and walking past us saying, fucking bullpen can't stop shit. I was like, yeah, for once, our team doesn't have to worry about the bullpen and we got someone else pissed off. That's great. That is, I had such a great time tonight. Again, this is why we are there all the time. at the baseball games. We're having a great time with you out there. And again, I'm working on those tickets. I should have information tomorrow about the National Series because I should get another buttload of tickets, hopefully, to give away if you guys want to go to the Nationals game. I just don't know if it's Friday or Saturday. I'm sorry. I don't know yet. It's going to be one of the games. I just don't know yet, but I will let you guys know, and you guys can come to the game and have fun with us at the stadium. Unfortunately, Manny, I won't be there tomorrow. It's a day game. I work. I couldn't get out of it, but I will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday celebrating Christmas in June. Ooh! And I will be there as the rally. Well, not the rally. I'll be there as the Halo Hunk. I will be there as the clown if you don't know who I am when I'm the clown. But I am the only clown that walks around there, dude. So there you go. Mike Trout needs to go to the Dodgers room. Well, at this point, I would take Pagaz at this point for him. But again, disappointing night for Trout too. And let's go through the box score real quick. I got a ton of comments to get through on both TikTok, and then also a bunch on YouTube and X right there. Real quick through the orders. I have to give out the awards. Screw the order of the lineups because there wasn't much to talk about with the lineups. So let's just go with the John Stamos Golden Stamos Award for Best Player on the Field. I mean, is it even a wonder who I'm going to pick? I mean, come on, more. It's almost like the wrestler. I forget what his name was for WWE, the big guy. They literally call him the big guy, and he would be like, "Feed me more." Well, we want more, baby. We want more. And that dude came out and crushed it. There you go, Ryback. Thank you, Codwell. Look how fast he is. Ryback right there is the man. He was the man back in the day. He's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs today. But Christian Moore is the man. And yes, feed us Angel fans more. We want to see more. And believe you me right now, Moore will not be hitting ninth for very long. Trust me. That is a experiment that he's easily winning and moving up. Now, who got Nacho Night?
For the worst performance of the night. Congratulations. Played yourself.
Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
The Nacho Night Award goes to, I guess, there's a couple guys you could give it to, but I'm gonna give it to Wilson because he blew the save, got the loss. You could have given it to Wizard, but in the end, man, I mean, there's really no bad performances in the lineup. You could say maybe Anthony, the rookie, for the let's go with the rookie. The rookie went 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. He's now batting 114. The highly touted rookie for the Boston Red Sox, and Roman Anthony, he's been a bust so far. Not coming out, firing out the blanks, but who cares? Whatever. I'm moving on because why? There's going to be plenty of time to talk trades. Don't worry about it. I'm seeing those comments over there on TikTok because there's just so many people that we could talk about and rumor, but we got to be contenders. Right now, we're staying in contention. Right now, as we speak, I'll look at the standings currently right now. Where are we at? Standings right now for the Angels. Obviously, division is more on the outside looking in, down a touchdown, 7 games out, trying to get to 500. But if you look at the wild card standings right now, and again, it's still early. There's plenty of time to go. A lot of baseball left to be played. But you're 3 teams back of that last spot. Seattle is 2.5 games ahead of you. So that's not bad, but you got to leapfrog the Red Sox, which you beat tonight. And you got the the Ohio Shitfucks, which I don't give respect to. They are a game and a half out. And that's a story for another day for all you new fans. Rally Chris checks in with more with the game-tying home run and walk-off 2 home runs. It's freaking spritz o'clock. That means we need a botanical spritz.
Yeah! I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Spritz o'clock, angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the Neto news right now, if everyone's waiting for the Neto news, and someone send any word on Jansen pitched tonight. As far as we know right here, coming from my breaking news reporter, Robert, who has all the inside edition news, Neto suffered an injury while attempting the second base in the 8th inning. He made a wild throw in the 9th inning frame, which they pulled him for as a precaution. The severity of his injury remains unknown, though the team may have more information ahead of the Wednesday's series finale per RotoWire, and we posted this on our Instagram page. So right now, as of now, it's up in the air. So we don't know if Neto is okay at all right now, or if it's just a precautionary thing, if he jammed his shoulder. But there was definitely something they saw that was wrong on the throw. Getting back to the comments, Saucy says, what a fucking stud. Let's fucking go. More, Rally Chris says, Moore said to Boston, oh no, what happened? Exactly.
Oh no, what happened? Oh no, how terrible. That's just awful. How terrible. Oh no.
Fucking Ray Montgomery almost blew it. He's lucky Moore bailed him out, Saucy says. Also, Dan says Spritz and Stukas, which we played both. Joshua says, oh no, what happened? We know what happened. It was Moore, baby. And Dan says, give me more. Also, what a game by Moore. Seems like box office so far. Is it the same shoulder he had surgery on? I think so, which is his right throwing shoulder. Saucy says, by winning now or what? You know what? I think we are a little bit by winning. Not really well, we're kind of winning too. We're kind of
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Now what? Rally Chris says, sucks Seattle won again. They're still 2.5 games back of the wild card. Demetro checking in says, fucking hate Ward. Yeah, Ward did not show up tonight. Mike Trout says, Moore is the new me. Brian's, I like that. Christian Moore, 3. Red Sox, 2. Q Lombardi. Yeah, even Lombardi's like, what the hell's going on out here? Also, Corey says, imagine Ethan Holiday right there. Also, I'm Christian Torres says, I'm actually liking Ray coaching. I am too. Again, we talked about it a little bit earlier that yes, it looks a little different with him managing compared to Ron Washington. LV says, check cleared, baby. Run me them 3 honks. That's right. He cashed yet another check. He said they were going to win this series. Now, is he going to put that money where his mouth is and go for the sweep? LV has been cashing a lot of checks. He's been on it, dude. If you've been cashing in his gambling, yes. 2 and 3. He wanted them 3 Halo honks. Also, Red Sox not winning this time. Also, Eric Chen says, Q, it's called a winning streak. Yes, we got a winning streak going right now, and I gotta find that soundbite because I'm finding all the losing ones, which I moved to the top. Now I gotta find the win. There it is.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday.
Yes, we did.
We win one today, that's 2 in a row.
We already did.
We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak.
Let's do it, baby. Joshua says time for a sweep and get back to 500. Albert Pujols says, no peaches, mama's way. We actually won a series. Anthony Henson, my boy, checks in with just another Halo victory. Jim Hoyt says Boston had no idea how to read Detmers. Oh, my God, I hate you right now. LV says, see, motherfucking Mo. Also, Saucy says, why the hell did Shauna will not pinch hit? Chapman versus Kingery is like kicking a puppy. No, it's more like kicking one of those plastic, what are those called? Flamingos. Man, also vote for Bond says your boy Gavin selling dick pills. Hope someone clipped it. Oh, I will clip that later. Thank you. Rally Chris says we are one game under 500. Watch we lose tomorrow since it's a day game. I'm hoping not. Also, Tyler says, it's Scooby Tuesday. Now we're going to pick the song. We're going to pick a song that matches the game, and it's going to be Ain't No Holler Back Girl. And ain't no holler back girl because we don't get hollered back after we strike out. Back to you, Wayne. James says, we want more. Yes, Jake says, we want more. LV says, Gavin eats corn the long way. Also, we're so fucking back. Also, King Paz over there says, I'm going to the game tomorrow. Man, I wish I was going with you guys, but I will be there Friday. A-Web says, any update on Mancada? Nope, your guess is good as mine. Walk it off, baby. Blood Moon says, Jim says, tomorrow is thong day after we hit 500. Nope. Anthony says, whoop, whoop, baby. Tyler says, Gavin is so fired up right now. How fired up is he right now? Because we got to hear what he has to say, because nobody breaks down a game much like this guy breaks down a game. And, well, here's how he talks about baseball.
Had me fired up. What's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut? If you don't know who I am, what's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. Spent not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 years covering UCLA sports, specifically with the Daily Bruin, writing articles, conducting interviews, all that good stuff. Crack into a good source of protein with how about a yummy tasting nut? I love the nut. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Had me fired up.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. What happened to Chris Taylor? He's got a fractured wrist. He'll be out another couple weeks at least. No trade rumors at this point so far. Also, James says, I kind of like Montgomery at manager right now, and he's doing a good job. Nate says, sorry, I just joined the live. Hope I didn't miss much. How about more, man? Let's go, huh? Yes, exactly. More, and more, some more. That dude killed it tonight. He was the player of the game, or like we like to give out the John Stamos Golden Stamos Award for best player. The bullpen is coming together. It looks solid. Nice to see Bachman looking sharp. Sega Boy says, Super Halo Brothers doing Cialis Viagra adds Q Lombardi. I guess whatever gets them up in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because can't come natural.
What the hell's going on out here?
Exactly. LV says, Halos will sweep tomorrow. You can take that to the book and bank it deposit. Also, I'm wearing my red Dodger hat to the game tomorrow. Okay. I don't know what that's got to do with it. The Red Sox had a taste of the yummy tasting nut. Also, you have LV saying, Ward with an awesome base running. And I forgot about that. So you have a runner at second. Ohapi comes through with a single, and you got to be running on contact. And Ward is so slow with those Dumbo ears. He goes around third, and the throw was off. Again, we're sitting in left field, and that throw was off. It was not going to get him. I don't care what anybody says. And he turns back around after the coach tells him to stop and go back. And he's so delayed in the reaction, he gets tossed at third. That's not the way you want to run out of an inning. But again, Ward saved his ass. Give Moore the Golden Dong Award. Hey! You know what? I'm going to give Moore a second award. First time ever. Now we gave the Golden Stamos. Now let's give the Marsha Award for, let her tell you.
I need your seed.
Who's got the biggest biceps? Marsha. Who's got shoulders like a man? Marsha. Who's got a leg that's rich? Marsha. Who's got a thing for young surfers? Marsha. Who put the tree off the grill? Marsha. Who could slam a shack? Marsha.
Congratulations, pal.
Yes, congratulations, pal, from the very female and WNBA player right there, Marsha. Jesus says, give more the Golden Dong War. I already read that one. Also, Anthony says, I'm so pumped up right now. My goosebumps have goosebumps. Love it. Also, you have Grillmaster said, Gavin's podcast. What's going on, everybody? Christian Moore won the game in a walk-off. See you tomorrow. Harmon says, great win. Hell yeah. Rally Chris also says, this amazing game just one day before my birthday party, Mariners, July 25th. Also, Alfonso says this game was so good it helped Gavin double his audience. Mom, dad, aunt, and uncle joined in. Damn, that's 4. Go, Gavin. Also, do you think we could win tomorrow? I have a good feeling about tomorrow. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's see who the Angels are going for the start tomorrow against the Bo Sox, a 107 start. We got Kikuchi on the mound with a 3 ERA. He needs run support. 87 hits or 87 strikeouts in 89 innings, 85 hits total. The walks are super duper high. I don't like that. 43 walks. He'll be going up against Richard Fitz. Now, he could be a spot starter. They've used him like that before where he only does like 1 or 2 innings. So we'll see if it's a bullpen game for the Red Sox. But he's 0-3 with a 4.71 ERA, 20 hits in 21 innings, 5 home runs allowed. So we'll see if Kikuchi can get it going. I think he can. And I think the Angels get the sweep tomorrow. So we'll see. So as someone who is going to the game tomorrow, I think so. So King Paz likes that tomorrow. Eric Ward also says, fucking Simo, love the win. Why the fuck are we resting one of our hottest bats, though, with Shonawell with a day off Thursday? Some seriously stupid decisions are being made. Yes, I think all hands should be on deck tomorrow for that sweep. It's not like we're in first place. So I think right now you got to play your goats to get through tomorrow, get that W, complete the save, and you don't even have to fly out of Anaheim. It's not a travel day for us. It's a travel day for Boston. So make them feel it. Let's get the sweep, kick their asses out back to Chowderville, and let's welcome in the Nationals on a sweep. Jim says, hey, who did the thong? Who said thong? M-Dog says, Todd, why is my honk so hard right now? Because you're happy and you want to, but you want to make sure no one's watching. Let's see. Also, you got Zero saying nachos for Taylor Ward, thinking he's a base runner. Also, LV says these young guns really got some fight in them. Boo Bear's mommy says she wants more. Ward acts like he's 90 years old out there. Also, yeah, do that. Yeah, Ricky Henderson. Yeah, right. That's spot on. Stukas. Also, Q Lombardi, Halo Brothers having a hard time with baseball bats. Cialis, Viagra sponsorships.
What the hell's going on out here?
By the way, we had 3 Deos, 3 runs. It's the 21 gun salute, a Deo per run. And at the stadium tonight, you only had 9. The other podcasts wouldn't know that because they weren't there. Vote for Bond says the AL is trash. Laugh out loud. If the Angels keep playing like this, they will win series. They will be in the race. Absolutely. Also, they said that Zach Neto jammed his shoulder sliding into second base on a stolen base attempt. Ray Montgomery said they'll look at it precautionary. And that's what I'm saying. I think he'll be okay in the long run. At worst, I think it'll be a 10-day IL unless for some ungodly reason they find something on the MRI. I think he'll be all right. Booked my Shonawell signing events tonight for next month, hoping that Simo's signing this season. That could be a thing. Not liking Terry Scott, senior citizen announcer, missing my drive home safely from Victor Rojas. LV said, Todd, when is it safe to start honking in public? Let's get a couple. And I mean 2 or 3 games over 500, then LV, let her rip. Also, you got Frost Blaze saying the young core has given the fan base hope again. We're so back. And my boy EQ, I love this guy. He says, let's fucking go, Todd. Also, how was it today? Was it packed? No, there was about 27,000. But like Angels Fan First says, win, 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 baby. WWW. My check is soon going to clear over 500 before his birthday. So he went for that one. Neto jammed his shoulder, Wilbur says. Also honking my spritz, James Malou says. LV says that more pitch that he hit was out of here by Terry Smith. Oso says Simo got me hella bricked up. You must be going for those sponsorships from Locked On. I never liked head first slides, but if you're going to do it, don't get hurt. And it's true, Zero, but man, I thought the bases were big enough to where that wouldn't be a problem. Also, get ready for that check to clear. Rally Chris. Eric Ward also says, I'm sure Neto will be okay. He needs to stop sliding face first to be cautious for his shoulder. No steal is worth that golden arm being damaged. And boy, oh boy, did he make a play in this game as well. That kid is phenomenal. Simo is phenomenal. I will say, if I've got to pick on one guy tonight, I have to pick on Kyron Paris. He did a no-no. Being a center fielder myself in baseball and a left fielder, I know when to bow to the center fielder, and I know when to call off and make the left fielder bow to me, because that's my ball. And man, Kyron Paris should have took the ball away from Taylor Ward. He said he lost it. Then when he got it, Ward should have stopped. When we were watching him, Kyron Paris should have asserted his dominance, and Ward should have just peeled off. Instead, Ward goes right in front of him. They almost collide, but thankfully Ward makes the play. Then later in the game, Simo goes back for a catch in shallow right center field. And for some reason, Kyron Paris comes sliding in out of nowhere. It's like, bro, if he's got it, he's got the angle, and he's not peeling off the ball, you got to let him catch it. You can't interrupt it. You can't distract him. And that was almost a disaster right there, too. Little Simo, a.k.a. Billy Barrels, took it downtown, baby. I like that, Billy Barrels. Also, Neto's shoulder is sore. He goes on for a test tomorrow, according to Erica Weston's eye. Balls, and Christian Moore. LV says, get ready for that check to clear, Rally Chris. Halo honks are on fire. Tony C said, please give Mike Trout the day off. Neto jammed his shoulder when he tried to steal second base. He was taken out when he made the error. They took him out for precaution. We should know more tomorrow. That's basically what's going on right now with him. And it's a wait and see. And those suck the most because it's a wait and see. As we all have a short attention span nowadays, nobody wants to wait. And we're going to have to wait a full 24 hours at least to see what happens. Maybe 12 to 15. Tamir 20, my boy, says Simo with the Stamos tonight. Absolutely. Jason over there, or Jarrett over there on X, says Detmers. I don't know if he's upset. It looks like he's frustrated or tired right there. Also, Skull said, did Neto get hurt? Yes, he did. More news as Sam Blum chimed in right there. Also, balls, and the young core, baby. And the Dale times 3, we played those. Demetrio says Moore's first home run landed to a fine-ass Latina girl. Demetrio. Tyler says, when Kingery came up against Chapman, I literally said 3 pitches. Well, you called it, Tyler. You called it, because that was an easy out. If Neto is gone for any period of time, Perry better make a move, because Newman and Kingery are complete dog shit options. Boy, you ain't lying. Moore did the Yasiel Puig thing. I forgot about that. Also, Grillmaster says Neto got hurt. Here we go again. And I got to find that one. That one's way over here.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Yep. Jared also says, I'm happy with Bachman. Bachman looks really good. I mean, really good out of that bullpen. Dare I say it, if we move on from Jansen, or should I say when we move on from Jansen, if they decide that Detmers is just too good to put back in the rotation as a bullpen piece, could it be that we have 2 first-round picks? Think about it. 2 first-round picks as a setup and a closer. They were both drafted number 1 to be the number 1 starting pitcher. Wouldn't that be crazy? So with time passed, they turned into a setup and closer. That'd be crazy, but I could totally see that happening. As a Philly fan, would you take Rojas, Abel, and Painter for Trout? You see, I would say this. Yes. I love Mike Trout. I wish he would stay an Angel, but we're not going to see him lead us to the promised land. His best days are gone. I wish he was much better. I wish he wasn't injury prone. I wish he would change his game up to better help the Angels than strike out and not be clutch. So if you want to take a flyer on him, Phillies fans, I would look, some of us Angels fans wanted him gone 4 years ago. I still love the guy. I still want him to win here. So it might sound stupid with what I just said. You might be saying, hey, you just contradicted yourself. But yes, I'm contradicting myself because my inner Angel fan doesn't want him to leave the city of Anaheim, period. But I do want him to have a chance at the playoffs, and I do want to have him a chance to not have to be the guy, and he could sort of fill that role of a good number 3 player on a team in a lineup to be still dangerous and lead a team to a championship. As long as it's not the Dodgers, have at it. Go wherever the fuck you want. Win, Mike, and I will be a huge fan of yours. I want to see you get a ring before you retire, and I think if you stay here, Trout, you're not going to win a ring, and that's the only problem. So there you go. Misa says, as an A's fan, I respect you Halo fans. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry for your A's going the way they went. User says, just got home from the game. Let's fucking go. Light that baby up. I'm happy you guys over there on TikTok are having a good time as well. James says, the revamped bullpen is very underrated. It sure is. Jesus says, let's light that baby up. Let's go and sweep the Red Sox tomorrow. Sega Boy says, well, on the bright side, Chad Stevens has been fucking up AAA. There you go. Who's playing shortstop tomorrow? Well, you could see Kyron Paris. Dan says the slide in the second and inning prior. Jesus also says, let's get the sweep tomorrow. Hey, we're so back to 500. Chad Wallach, God mode, 8 RBI. Damn, he had 8 RBIs tonight. Also, Kingery will be in there tomorrow, Grill. Ryan Johnson could be a starter for Jack Kawanowitz. He's currently blowing through the minor leagues as they're stretching him out to be a starter. But wait for him in September. He's got a ways to go. A mixed bag at shortstop if Neto is gone. Anthony says, concerned about Jansen too. Well, he pitched tonight, so I think he's all right. We can collectively grimace now. Angels bats struck out 15 times and still won cute. No, they didn't strike out 15 times. They struck out 10 times. But we'll still cue Lombardi.
What the hell's going on out here?
Halos will surprise with this year's draft in a good way. I hope so. Yes, we got 2 tomorrow. Let's get the dub and finish this off. Also, Ryback, yeah, they've been pulling up. That's how far we're behind on the comments over here. B-Train says, SEMO time, woo. Also, Billy Barrels, baby. I love that one. Rayback is a YouTuber now. Yeah, he is, and a crazy one at that, Jesus. Harmon says, this is nowhere near to 2002. Great win, though, but 2002 had depth and a minor league system to pull through. Boy, absolutely. With a Rebel yell, I want more, more, more. Yes, I love that. Joseph Miller checks in with praying for Neto's not heading to the 60-day IL. We're really scraping and winning right now, and we need that boy. And he's a huge cog in that lineup for sure. Sega Boy says, we definitely need this Washington regime out. I don't want to see Ray Montgomery at the helm. I want Torrey and Albert. Well, we'll see where they go after this one. Take that, shout aheads. Also, eBay says Christian Moore has been the best of all the super prospects called up so far. Misa says, I'm still thinking about going back to the Warriors. To the Warriors. Yeah, I mean, you have to, as an Oakland fan, man, that's been the worst few years up there. Losing the Raiders, the Warriors to San Francisco, and now the A's. Tom says, Monty deserved this win. Good coaching. James says, Neto jammed his shoulder and said he wasn't too concerned about it. Well, you can't diagnose yourself. James says, where's Randy? I think he's sleeping. He had work later. Also, Demetrio says, Todd, I'll take a couple nosebleeds for Saturday. If you got them, I want you to meet my kid. Yes, I want to see your kid, Demetrio. And you know what? Again, I'll let you know when I have some tickets. I should have a bunch of them. And when I do, I'll start flinging them around there. And you guys and gals can take your families, take your girlfriends, and have a good time on HITI. Brett Barnes says, what a game, boys. Looks like we got one with Christian Moore. His defense keeps flashing and getting more comfortable at the plate. 2 sponsors to get out of the way real quick. And I want to get to our boys at 714 Tickets. If you're looking to go to a game, it doesn't matter if it's a soccer game, doesn't matter for baseball, basketball, out of town, 714 Tickets, although they are local, they reside here in Anaheim. They have no service fees, no tax. The price you see is the price you get. And if you use our code HITI, you get a 10% discount on those set tickets. So not just one ticket, you get a 10% discount on all the tickets that you order if you order a pack. So I suggest to go to 714 Tickets and go online and redeem that code. and have a good time. And then Max Market Pros. Max Market Pros is our friends online. They will help you out no matter what. If you have a small business, if you're trying to get your business off the ground, you need a professional website, bam, they take care of you. You need your social media to kick ass, bam, they take care of you. And if you need to be, well, searched for in the Google search, well, guess what? They're Google certified, baby. And if they type in a gardener and you're a gardener, or you're a pool man, or if you fix carburetors, if you fix things and you want your company and business up at the top of that list, they will help you out. All you have to do is go to maxmarketpros.com and they will give you an estimate and help your business grow and get to where your dreams will be imagined. With Max Market Pros, that's how they do it, baby. They help you out. And mention Todd Fox and Halos in the Infield, and they will give you a nice deal. But they will give you a free consultation first, and that's what you want. So hit them up at their website, maxmarketpros.com, and get your tickets from 714 Tickets. So with that out of the way, Jim took my he did, Grill Master. It's because of you. Because of you, I'm skipping those comments. I know the girl talks all the time. What happened, guy? Can't stand her. What? Eric Ward says we need a call from Artie. Artie's a little under the weather still, but we'll get Artie back soon. Hello, guys. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Mateo? Real quick over here on TikTok, when the Warriors left Oakland, I became a Pels fan. That's kind of weird right there. Again, when my Sonics left, I said, fuck the NBA, and I still haven't gone back, and I'm pretty pissed Oklahoma won because I miss my Sonics. Also, light that baby up. Let's go. Christian Moore is a stud. Have me some more. Let's sweep the Red Sox. No way. Artie is a staple of the show. Yeah, he will be back. Trust me. It's not better, Grill. Also, Moore has a lot more coming. Alfonso said, hope Neto is all right. We need that guy. What's your other platform? Misa, come over here to YouTube or X. You can see us live. Subscribe, please. Like and subscribe if you haven't to the page. If you're new to the page, it really, really helps us out. We've got some great news to be bringing up as far as the softball game in August. I'll have the details on that by the end of the week. We should have that nailed down. We're going to have food that day. We're going to be giving out shirts for teams. It's going to be fun. The only thing we don't know, we know where the venue is going to be at. We don't know the time yet or the date, and that's going to be resolved here pretty soon. And then we just don't know if we're going to have 6 or 8 teams. We know we have 4 for sure, but we might have 6 or 8 teams, which would mean 2 fields from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. under the lights, so it's not so hot. And we're going to have a good time. We'll have food and drinks. It's going to be family. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be different podcasts, and we're going to have the Angels represented there. And hopefully you and yours can come out and hang out. There's a kids area right there too. If the kiddos can't play, it's like right next to the baseball field. So I'm hoping all of you guys can get out there and really support us and just have a good time. Have some fun. Demetrius says, Todd, I agree about the new coach. Angels playing with a little twag in their English. Also, Scroll says there are rumors with the Padres want Ward. That's been out there for a while. But again, if we're winning and they're winning, it's kind of hard to trade. If the Angels are losing, then that trade is much better and easier to make. Vendors at the Big A should be yelling, get your yummy, more tasting nuts. Yes, the yummy nuts should be flying off the shelves or out of their hands.
On everybody, my name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut?
There you go. Also, you have I'll Eat Crow losing to he goes, I had us losing tonight. And dude, Crow tastes much better when you do it to your team. Todd Fox, what is your Angels draft pick for this year? Look, again, I talked about it the other night. I want the kid from LSU, but if we can't get him, Hernandez and the other high schooler there. But I'm scared about high schoolers, man. I'd rather see a guy that's pitched in the SEC or the Big 12, the ACC, pitchers with, good stuff, that are in their, 20, 22, around that age. So we'll see. Christian Mejia says Boston, more 3 in Boston too. MLA says, no peaches mama's way. We won again. Ahoy. Un huevo. A huevo. What am I, a pirate? God, I'm bad at Spanish. You wonder why I failed Spanish and English. And I'm supposed to be English first. Anthony Henson says, Halo's at 500 by July. Wife's calling me. Got to go. Sayonara beaches. Sayonara, my friend Anthony Henson. We love you. Also, don't sleep on the Nationals. We're not. They are a scrappy team. This team is not beating a bad team. So I'm taking that one game at a time, but good to remind us. Why did Neto leave early? He slid into second base, botched, and he hurt himself. We get Moore's nipples, Q FanDuel. Oh, that's right. We saw some big-time muscles and nipples. We saw nipples last year from a walk-off by Ohapi, and man, all the women all the women left their seats a little wet tonight after seeing Christian Moore. I just got to be serious on that one. You know, that's what happened. That's what I heard. Landon Woods, Christian Moore got more of that ball. Gavin used dick pills for D's nuts. Billy Idol saying more. No longer listening to Gavin is a blessing. Y'all are great here. I love you, Harmon. Get some more of those people over here. It'd be hilarious. Also, Misa says it was weird. I agree, but I could not be a Warriors fan anymore. Worse than a breakup. It's true. It hurts losing your sport team. Grillmaster says Gavin's podcast. Christian Moore won the game. See you tomorrow with my yummy tasting nuts. Iron says this team just loves to edge 500. They got to get over that 500 curse though. Fly ball to right field. It's off the wall. 1 run scores. Moore's on his way to third. No, wait, it's a home run. Angels walk it off. That was the call, Mateo. Also, Botch says Yankees fans don't worry about Anthony Volpe. Good pickup for us. No, not at the point unless we lose Neto. And then we're having problems. Rally Chris says, what was Papa Fox feeling after tonight's win? He didn't go to the game tonight. However, as soon as I walked in the house, he was like, boy, oh boy, Todd, that was such a game. That the pitching was good. I didn't like some of the decisions, and Ward is so slow. But boy, that Moore kid, he's really good. You were right about that Moore kid. Moore can really hit the ball really good. The ball. When he got a hold of that one, I knew it was going to go over the wall. I was like, all right, we're good. High five, right? So yeah, my dad was pretty animated to say the least. Wilbur says Simo gets the golden dong. Absolutely. Alfonso says Harmon, you leaving Gavin left him with his parents, aunt and uncle. Just curious, are you related to Gavin or are you Gavin's brother? No, he's just a fan. The Angels should trade Ward for Cale Fountain from the Padres. Padres do have some good players right there. Also, you got, I'm surprised Lamont Wade didn't bunt in the 10th inning. That's what we were saying, dude. And yes, he did. Wilbur, we gave him the Marsha Award as well. Halo Brothers, get it up. No more testosterone depleted. Christian Mejia from over there on TikTok, he's saying, guess what, guys? A win tonight means...
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Exactly. Also, Botch says a good one right here. The Sandlot wants some more? Some more of what? I love that, dude. He's like, you're killing me, Smalls. That is one of the greatest freaking movies of all time, dude. I love that movie. I could watch that 1,000 times because I wasn't playing in the 50s or 60s when that movie was based on, but I'm not that old, but I did play backyard baseball like that. And oh my God, did that bring up memories. So much fun. I even forgot to comment right now thinking that I was going to queue up. I was going to queue up FanDuel. Hey, did you see the home run? Hey, let's see. Also getting over here, you got Tony C. The youth, the movement is here. We are here to stay with the youth movement. The reason why Lamont Wade George Jr. could not be pinch hit with Neto out, we had to keep Lamont in the game. No more players. We did have Shonawell, but the risk of having no other pinch hitter or no other player, yes, you are right. So how's Halo's the White North doing? Haven't heard from them in a while. The honor of Christian Moore, I want to order a 6-pack, I believe, of baby oil. I think that's what he's looking for, baby oil. Strange says Boston fans are some of the biggest fucking crybabies, complaining about every call from the umpire makes. Chill and have some of Gavin's nuts. So yes, he said, you know what, shut up and just enjoy it, right?
Oh, good for you. These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Rally Chris says Angels have won 5 out of the last 7 series in June. It's a great way if we can make the playoffs and keep it going. A lot of people want to Reid back in the rotation, but the pen is working. Yes, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Christian says Alex is still crying. Eric says, can't wait for the Locked On idiots are peddling dick pills now. Shake my head. That's why the show sucks. It's cookie cutter corporate shit. It is. Matt Jam says Christian Moore's first 3 career home runs, game-tying home run in the 7th inning, an 8th inning walk-off, and an 8th inning home run, and a walk-off in the 9th inning. Absolutely, dude. He's fucking beast. Also, Grillmaster says Sam Bachman closer. I don't know. He's getting close. He's wearing the right number, if you know what I mean. Also, Mateo says he's fat.
This fat son of a bitch is going to drown us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat.
Also, Campero has a hell of an arm. He damn near threw the runner out at home plate with strong arm. Wow. Our future right fielders smash the like button and share. That's the thing I forgot about, dude. I thought he had no chance at throwing the runner out from deep and right foul. And he threw a strike. And if Ohapi holds on to that one, it's a different story. Isaac says Simo has that swag. He has built in, dude, that swag. I love it. You're saying it says 15 strikeouts. I don't think it was 15 strikeouts, dude. Let me go back over here. Maybe it's different. I'm missing it. Hold on. Let me get the box score here because now you're bugging me. You're right. It does say 15 strikeouts. I missed it. I was reading the Red Sox from earlier. Yes, they had 4 walks, so that's more, and then they did have 15 strikeouts. You're right, Rally Chris. See? Could this be the season I get to see my playoff baseball? Mateo's never seen it. So, yeah, it could be. It could be, but I'm not calling it now. It's way too early. The Archangel says, I want a 12-pack of balls, and a human centipede from covered in baby oil. That's disgusting. Dan says, did I miss Me Love You Long Time, or did you skip it? I skipped it, but for you and your boy, Grillmaster.
There's a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight, which makes me so horny, and Me Love You Long Time.
Yes, and they won despite scoring less than 4 runs, which is only the 6th time they've done that this year. So that's another thing you could be happy about.
What the hell's going on out here?
It's a good thing, Lombardi. Let's see. Also, vote for says Labor Day weekend, and I'm there. That's awesome. Vote, and you should come by and say hi. Also, R3 says no more sports in Oakland, sadly. Tyler also says I'd love to come down from San Luis to play in a softball game with you guys. You should, because we're going to have a lot of people there. It should be fun. Sometimes I think my comments are wild, but then I see Rally Chris, Mateo, and Grillmaster. Yeah, and then they just keep going. So let's see. Wizard of Cross checks in with great night. Simo is clutch, and the youth movement is working. As for Trout, Angel for life. Can't have a team of kids. Need a veteran leadership, and Trout is the right guy for the role at DH. So he's saying, keep the guy. We need the guy. And, you can't argue it when he brings that up. And I sat next to the Wizard of Cross tonight. He was awesome to hang out with. Congratulations on his future that he was talking about. So I'm happy for him there. But man, oh man, I just realized my camera was crooked this entire time. Also, you have Cale Fountain plays third base in the ASL for sure. Also, Anderson was on his game. He needed to be. Crochet is tough. He was kind of on his game, but he was walking too many guys. Dan says the Gavin name sucks too. Every time I hear about it, I think of the shitty governor. Andrew says trade all these vets, please. Guys are going crazy right now. I'm just skipping those. Manny says Tyler Anderson can be hard to watch. Bro throws prayers down the middle half of the time, and he got away with some tonight. Daniel Burrito says had a migraine, got worse in the 10th, turned it off, and holy shit, we won. Take some of those Tylenol, my friend. Dan Rio says, I think Wade didn't bunt because they'd walk more. Well, that's pretty. Well, I don't know if they load the bases up. I don't think they would have done that. Andrew says, if we are at 500 at the break, that's a win. Absolutely, that's a win, but I want to be over that. I don't want to be teetering back and forth at 500. We won a game despite having more than 10 strikeouts. Q Lombardi.
What the hell's going on out here?
There we go. Nick Tate says Moore is already great at bats most of the game already. This kid can play, and he does do a lot. I'll give him that. Moore is a guy who literally can extend at bats. He fouls pitches off. He makes pretty good contact. So I like what he brings to the table. I'm not reading those grill. I mean, those comments can get you blocked. I'm just saying. Likewise, and thanks, brother. Great hanging. I mean, I wouldn't block you, but someone could take offense to that. Again, like I said, I only have 3 rules on this show: no personal attacks, no religion attacks or religion stuff, and no politics. At least just keep it out of there. But if you want to, and no family, no talking about family. So if you want to, so that's kind of 3 and 3.5, whatever. But anyway, I'm just saying, I just want to keep it for, keep it all sports. And if you want to trash a guy, want to be super Halo brother about it, be super happy, I'm fine with that too. But we can't do those other things. Anderson was on his game he needed to be. Crochet was tough. Oh, I already talked about that one. Anderson, again, I thought he messed around a lot in and out of the zone. He threw way too many pitches, but he did, in the end, only gave up 1 run. Tamir 20 says they're losing faith in Tyler Anderson. That's why they pulled him out of the game. That is a good take right there. Mateo says, no, I didn't say you said family stuff, Grill Master. I just said the nipple thing, and the color. Hello. What's Rogers saying? Well, Rogers probably going to be playing. If you got tired of hearing the home run call from our boy Trent Rush, who Trent Rush was like, hey, that guy, he's going to be something else. And Christian Moore could lead this team to the promised land. I'm just telling you right now. And boy, we got to talk about OG's. OG's Pizza. You make 3 lefts, and then you make a right, and then you have delicious pepperoni pizza just sliding down your chin like some yummy tasting nuts. And then you're going to have tomorrow, it's going to be like, hey, guys, how's it going? How about we play? James, producer to the stars, I need you to play the replay of Christian Moore's first home run and Terry Smith honking his honk in the AM 830 van. And then I need you to play the walk-off winning home run about 65 times in between my stories about John Wooden and UCLA basketball, if Shaq is the greatest center of all time, the war in Russia, and then also Spritz O'Clock commercials and 714 tickets. Play it away, James. That's what you're going to get tomorrow. Oh, that kind of hurt my throat. That's what she said. Also, Andrew says, schedule before the break was pretty damn tough. Nats, Braves, Blue Jays, Rangers, and Diamondbacks. But you have some issues there with the Braves. The Rangers are kind of hot and cold. The Jays have gotten better. The Nats can be scrappy, and the Diamondbacks are kind of falling back to the pack. So it's going to be a mixed bag. Chad Wallach hit 2 grand slams for the Salt Lake Bees. Again, this guy has shown he could be serviceable in the majors, and I would like, if we were to need an emergency catcher, and if Ohapi could get regular playing time, maybe you'd have 3 catchers, because then if you could play Ohapi at DH, I would have Wallach as the emergency pinch hitter and catcher, and then have Darno your starting catcher. But we'll see, and I hope it doesn't get there. But if it does, that could be an option, because it's not like he's never played in the majors before. What we've seen Wallach the last 2 years. So yeah, Riley Chris is talking about him in college, which is more. Also, Terry Smith creamed in the van with a SEMO homers. eBay says Neto, Nolan, Moore, Ward, Ohapi, Trout, Adele should be the lineup 1 through 6. I like that. And then you could possibly put Soler down when he comes back, and Mancada at the bottom of the lineup, and have a good 7-8 spot. So there's things they could do. Also, Dan says if Wade sacrifices the runner, they walk more to set up the double play. You're right. they had a lefty in there, right? And then Ward, and then it would have been Kyron Paris, if I'm not mistaken. So you're not going to have a good chance of getting a double play with Kyron Paris, but I see what you mean. Also the producers like Roger James isn't here no more. James, just play the clip. Dan says Moore's run is not important. That's true. Fisting says wish I could have been there to tell off those fake townie fucks. And you know what? Yeah, there was a lot of them fisting the North Star. There was almost 2 or 3 fights. Andrew says Ward should be DFA'd tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but again, I wish we had a better option. I'm not a fan of Ward, even though he's leading this team with, I think, home runs and RBIs. It's hitting the ball. It seems like in situations, although under Montgomery's leadership, for some reason, he's super patient and working walks. So we'll see. So we're caught up. I caught up through most of your comments. The only ones I skipped was Grill Masters for a while because he keeps saying the same ones. He loves him some Wallaker. We know he's from Cal State Fullerton. We know about your jokes with the Reid Detmers, but when you got into other stuff, that's when I read them. That's how it works. Everyone else, I read their comments. We got them over there on TikTok, caught up and everything else. Well, so we appreciate everyone coming on there tonight, coming on here and celebrating an Angels win. You know, and again, again, this team does some stuff right. They do some stuff wrong, but if you keep winning, man, it's a learning experience and a good thing to bring the guys together. I love the buckets being put on Moore. I love the fact how they mobbed him like he's been with the team for 4 years. I like the energy. I like the coaching staff. The fans will come around. But you know, there's some holes, there's some warts, and that they have to take off or take care of. They got to work on not striking out as much. They got to get another starter, a legitimate starter. They're gonna need another hitter, or at least some of these guys to come back, because on paper they get these guys back with who they got right now. This team could be very, very dangerous. And I'm talking about Mancada. I'm talking about Soler. I know a lot of people have given up on Soler. I still think he's got it in him more than I think Trout's got it in him right now. I think you can easily see Soler go on a really good run. So I think he can get it together. I really do. But we'll see. I mean, how much baseball is left, Raj? I mean, seriously, what are we talking about?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Yeah, I know. Mateo, I did see your email. I'm sorry I didn't respond, but I will respond to you, send you a package up this week of some stuff for you as well. eBay says Detmers keeping his composure after giving up that hit in the 10th inning was a beauty. I'm so happy he's coming around. I think a lot of us are. Also, remember, there's someone out there pulling a door that says push. Okay. Andrew says, why don't the Angels do a 407 Wednesday game anymore? These 107 games suck. They do suck. But you know what? It's for the road team more than it is the home team, which I don't like either. Vote says, hope Perry trades these rentals for some big league pieces that can help next year. That would be the freaking the wonder right there. That's what we got to do. Andrew also says, damn, the White Sox signed Noah Thorson guard anymore. Bummer we can't sign him. That wouldn't have been a guy we would have went after. I'll tell you that right now. eBay says the biggest olive branch that Artie could offer this fan base is to rename the team back to Anaheim of California. I think they could. Again, it would take a lot for, I guess, the fans to forgive him. And it would take me a lot. It would take a World Series, but I would just say this for right now. That's a good start. Giving us Anaheim or California, I would take it. Archangel says, in real life, a man with 4 balls wouldn't be able to walk. Stupid. And both Mateo and Grillmaster hate the Ghost Runner and the extra innings. So with that being said, again, we got a lot of exciting news coming up in the next week or two. We will give you the lowdown on a lot of stuff. I should have those tickets ready. We should have a game set in stone. We should have another watch party worked out at Bruheim. And we have some exciting news with some additions to the page moving forward. So lot of things going on. We're really excited about it, and we hope all of you can be there for it. And again, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to make one of those Sports Center reels with the highlights of tonight's game. I'll be posting it on social media. Give it a like. If you haven't given a like and a subscribe to the page, please do so. Again, subscribing to the page really fucking helps us out. It really does. And again, we're organic. We don't buy our people, and we don't get it handed to us like other podcasts. So every like and every subscribe, every hearts, whatever you do, every comment is organic from you guys, and we really appreciate every last one of you guys. Also, David Penner says, what do you do for work so you can make the day games play hooky? Well, I had some family stuff that came up, so I blew through a lot of my my days I could take off, or at least sick days. So I always like to save one. I'm a trucker, so I take care of that stuff during the mornings and mid afternoons. So I got to get up at 5 in the but I do this because it's a labor of love, baby. I love you guys and I love the Angels. So, but all seriousness though, the next one I'm sure to take off that day. I'll have some more PTO coming up where I could take off and play hooky and make a day game. But yeah, for what it is, man, I have to miss tomorrow's. I'll be listening to it in the cab of the truck. So it sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm going to make this reel for you guys, and I'm going to get some shut-eye after that. You guys are awesome. Andrew says Super Halo brothers are probably in bed still, sucking on their thumbs and nuts. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to play you out with some Stukas, baby, because, well, first, the season starts tonight.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
And the Angels won, baby. Good night, everybody.